snuggle down and listen to this little story. This is a story all about a very worried monster. Will, the very worried monster, was 7 years old. He had blue and orange fur all over him. He was fuzzy, with fuzzy arms and fuzzy legs and fuzzy fur all over his tummy. He had big eyes and blue ears and a beautiful smile. Will worried about lots of things. He worried about going to school and the work he had to do at school. He worried about his homework. He worried about the clubs that he went to. He worried about going to new places and meeting new people. But apart from worrying, he was a happy monster who liked playing with his friends, having fun, laughing and joking. But when Will started to worry, it did make him feel not good. One day, Will had his friend Suzy round to play. They played outside in the garden. They played with all of Will's toys, and Will and Suzy were having lots and lots of monster fun. They were hanging out when Suzy said to Will, "Are you looking forward to swimming tomorrow?" Will suddenly got very quiet. "What's the matter, Will?" asked Suzy. Will stayed very quiet. "It's okay, Will, you can tell me," his friend Suzy said. "Well, the thing is, Suzy, I'm really worried." "Will, that's okay. Everybody worries. I get worried about things too. I get nervous about doing my homework right, and I get nervous about going swimming too. It's very normal to get worried, Will." Will was still very quiet. He'd started thinking about swimming, and that had made him feel bad because he was worried. Suzy said to him, "You know, Will, there are things that you can do to make you feel better when you're worrying." "Really, Suzy?" said Will. "What type of things?" "Well," said Suzy, "talking to somebody and telling them what you're worried about, that's a good thing to do. And you've just done that, Will, so that's great." "Okay, Suzy," said Will. "What else would make me feel better? 'Cause I really don't like the way that I feel when I'm worried." "That's okay, Will. I'll show you some things you can do," said Suzy. "You can take long, deep breaths when you're feeling worried. Breathe in through your nose, really, really slowly, and then breathe out really slowly through your mouth. You can rub your hand with your thumb while you're doing your breathing. And another great thing to do that I do every single day, Will, is say really, really good things about yourself. Will thought about this. What do you mean, Suzy, about saying good things about yourself? Said Will. Oh, Will, it's really good, said Suzy. All you have to do is think about some really good words to describe yourself. And you just say, I am great. I am great, said Will. I don't know, it sounds a little bit silly. Well, said Suzy, it might feel silly at first, Will, but if you keep doing it, it really does make you feel better. It makes me feel better anyway, said Suzy. Will wasn't so sure. But he was feeling better because he'd talked to Suzy about his worries. So they got a new game out and they carried on playing. And that was that. That night, when Will went to bed, he got all snuggled down. He got a big monster cuddle from his grown-ups. He got monster kisses. He got tucked in and he said, night, night. Love you. See you in the morning. And he tried to snuggle down to sleep. But ping, his mind started thinking. It was thinking about swimming the next day. It was thinking about the work he might have to do at school. He was thinking about all of the things that made him worry. And he started to feel bad. It was tricky to get to sleep when you were worrying and feeling bad. He tossed and he turned, and he tossed and he turned. But it just wasn't any good. He couldn't get to sleep when he was feeling this way. And then he suddenly remembered. Suzy said there were some things I could do to make me feel better when I was worrying. Will thought. Now what was it she said? That's right. Breathing. Okay, so she said, breathing in through my nose and breathing out through my mouth. I'll try that then. Well, this isn't working, thought Will. This is no good at all. And then he remembered again. Suzy said I had to breathe slowly. So slowly and really deep. Okay, thought Will. I'll try again. So Will took a very deep breath in through his nose, nice and slow. And then he blew out through his mouth, very slow. He did it again. And again. And wow, Will was starting to feel a little bit better. He noticed that his body had started to relax a little bit, and his mind wasn't thinking so much. Will lay there in his bed, snuggled up, carrying on doing his deep breaths. While he was breathing, he remembered what Suzy had said about rubbing his hand while he breathed. I'll give it a try, thought Will. So he took his thumb and he put it on the palm of his hand. And he went round and round in circles as he did his deep breathing. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, round and round, rubbing his hand. Will carried this on for about 5 or 6 deep breaths when he noticed all of his body had started to relax. His heart was beating nice and gently. His mind had started to quieten down, and he was feeling a lot more sleepy. This is pretty good, thought Will. Now, what was the last thing Suzy had said I should try? Aha, that's right. Saying something good about myself. Okay. Something good about myself. Well, I'm a monster. I'm blue and furry. I'm 7 years old. Suppose I am pretty great. I'm great at lots of things, actually, thought Will. Okay, I'm gonna try it. One big deep breath. I am great. This feels silly, thought Will. Try it again. Another big deep breath. I am great. I am great. I am great. It does feel silly, thought Will, but I guess I am smiling now. and I am feeling a lot more calmer. And I am feeling pretty sleepy now. Will turned over in his bed and quickly fell fast asleep. The next morning, Will got out of bed. He got his breakfast. He played some games with his monster grown-ups. And then he was told it was time for school. Bam. Worrying. Oh no, thought Will. I hate the way I feel when I worry. But last night I managed to make myself feel much better when I got worried in bed. So I wonder if I could try that again. Will took himself off for a little bit of quiet. He did 5 big deep breaths while he rubbed his hand. And he said to himself, I am great. I am great. I am great. After a few minutes by himself doing this, he was feeling much calmer and much better. Sure, he was still worried. He still didn't really want to go to school, and he didn't really want to go swimming. But he wasn't feeling so bad anymore. So off he went to school and got on with his work. And then at playtime, he was playing racing games with his friends. Running and running up and down the school playground. I bumped into Suzy. Hi, Will, said Suzy. How you doing today? Hey, Suzy, said Will. Do you know, actually, Suzy, I tried the things that we talked about yesterday. And they kind of did make me feel a bit better. Wow, Will, that's awesome, said Suzy. That's really good that you're feeling better. Will replied, yeah, I did still get worried, but I practiced that deep breathing thing, and I did that rubbing my hand, and I did say some good things about myself, and yeah, I suppose it made me feel a bit better. Thanks, Suzy, said Will. No problem, Will. It might feel a bit funny for a while, but I'm telling you, if you keep doing it every day, every time you're feeling bad, it really will help. Suzy and Will smiled at each other, a little secret between themselves, and then they raced off down the playground, playing happily. That was our little story about Will, the very worried little monster. And and his kind friend Suzy. If you get worried, you could try those things. Big deep breaths, rubbing your hand slowly and saying really good, happy things about yourself. Give it a go. See if it helps. See you all soon.